Yeah.
Like it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. And when you're young, that's all you thinking about is just really taking care of that seed. You know what I'm saying? You're not really focused on yourself no more. You know, you focused on what I need to do to make sure they got clothes on them and food and shelter and all that. So yeah,
your
man.
focus changes as a human being when you have
exactly.
kids.
So yeah, you need them 20s, man, to figure out who you are. And it's kind of hard to navigate when you got kids.
It is. And having kids young when you're in a profession where you might have to move around, like even you being a producer, or even if you was in corporate America and had to travel a lot, that hinders some of that traveling.
Oh yeah, man.
Because you just can't be leaving your kids like that.
Oh, no.
So you might lose a lot of opportunities.
Oh man, I lost a lot of opportunities, man, doing a lot of traveling during them times. You know, my kids not really getting that bond that I needed to have by the time I was done, you know. So.
That's people need to think about that. You know, get your life together, figure out what you want to do with your life. Then when you have a kid, you know, you've kind of got it kind of figured out. But at 19, you don't have nothing figured out.
Man,
at 19,
barely trying to get yourself together.
You might have just moved out of your parents' house at 19.
Yeah.
After they come from their fishing trip, Trey and Furious and his father, they pull in the driveway and they see Chris and Doughboy going to jail. And this is the last time we see either one of them until they become teenagers, adults, or whatever. But this is a point that I really want to point out. You saw the frustration in Furious's face when he saw that. He was hurt that they was going to jail.
Oh yeah. It was like it was his own kids.
Yeah. So I don't want to make it seem like Furious didn't give a fuck. He cared about them kids.
Yeah.
And that was, he spent around, he did one of these like,
like, man, fuck, I did not want to see this shit.
Yeah, he didn't want to see that. Because now you're looking at your son, looking at their friends going to jail, and now you got to go in the house and explain this. Why you might not have your friends for the next 10 years. You know, that's a tough conversation.
Man.
That's a tough. Before we had went into middle school, my dad was, he was lightweight having a conversation saying things going to be different going up to where you're going to, and you're not going to have the same friends when you leave that school. And now I understand kind of what he was saying was like, a lot of my friends going to go to jail, get killed and stuff like that. And in that 3-year span of us going to the middle school we went to, I did lose a lot of friends to jail, to death. And that's a lot. And I never fully processed that in my head that other kids that were the same age as me didn't make it out of middle school alive.
Middle school, yo. Crazy.
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 When I think about it as a 52-year man, I'm like, that's crazy.